You don't think the same way about your future and possibilities when you're young as you do when you're older. And also in that arc, there are possibilities and memories and all kinds of gold, some of which you may think you've lost, and some possibilities you may think aren't there anymore, but they might be there. And that's what I'm talking about today. I want to tell you about September morning in 1960. My first grade class was out of school. There we were, standing along a rural highway, wondering what was going on. We had a wonderful warm sun, we had a crystal blue sky, and suddenly, two police motorcycles went by with flags waving. And following the motorcycles, limousines, huge black limousine convertibles, cruising down the road. They were filled with men in dark suits who were laughing and waving, and best of all, as those limousines came by, they slowed down, and they threw out giant handfuls of candy. Wow. Now those men were in a presidential campaign, but I don't really remember that. What I remember were the smiles, the waves, the candy, and the emotion. In fact, had it been necessary, I believe I could have run down the road and caught those limousines again. It was terrific. And so, as we try to connect with this arc and realize what is constant through this arc, what we can know is that the way our emotional life works hasn't changed. And the first aspect you need in your emotional life is energy. So the question is, who's giving you candy? Because adults also need candy. We need candy of a different flavor. We can have the C's and all the regular candy, but we need the kind of candy that comes from friends who really support us and help us and encourage us and listen to us. So of the points I'm going to offer for your consideration on the arc, number one is energy. Where are you getting your candy? Where are you getting your energy? Number two is possibilities. And now, I speak a lot. I enjoy speaking, and every now and then I actually speak in a commercial context, and I get paid. Well, a lot of people don't think I should be doing that. They don't even think I should be here. How do I know that? They told me. They said, Roy, you don't get it. Professional speakers are brilliant. They're Harvard men, New York Times. Have you ever been an astronaut? Have you won a gold medal at the Olympics? Have you won a Nobel Prize? Have you won any prize? You're not a CEO. You're not a movie star. You're not a president or anything like that. You've never climbed Mount Everest. You've never been lost at sea. Oh, hey, Roy, have you cut off your own arm? So, all I could say was, no, I haven't done any of those things. I'm just Roy Terry. But I am the Roy Terry, and I know everything he knows. And my point back to you is, as wonderful as our friends can be, sometimes they are on the wrong side of possibilities. And what I ask you to consider is that with your friends, upgrades are available on this flight and every flight. We have our own wonderful friends, and new friends are also wonderful. So point number one is, where's your energy coming from? Point number two on the arc is, how are you finding your possibilities? Are you able to engage your imagination and be with the sort of people who will encourage your thinking so that you find new possibilities? And the third aspect is performance. Back again to 6th grade, we're all learning to read. It was 1st grade, 1960, over 50 years ago. I remember it really clearly. We were learning to read, and we had an easel with a giant copy of Dick and Jane. I think Dick and Jane went to the seashore in 10 pages. And our teacher had her long wooden pointer with a little black tip, and she walked us through the story of Dick and Jane, and she read off all the words, and then she closed the book, and she opened it up, and she did it again. And we were just entranced. How wonderful. I was reading. And then suddenly she said, who wants to read? Well, it was scary. We didn't think we were ready to read. We were just in 1st grade. It was just the first 2 weeks. But I got an emotion. I got an emotion that started up down here, and it came up and up and up, went right into my arm. I didn't know what I was doing, but there it went. And I was the first one to read in that class. And I can tell you, it was better than the candy. It was better than the candy because it just, I was just walking around glowing. It was more than just a treat. And with the sense we have today, the grown-up brains we have today, we can understand I did a performance. And all of us coming to Toastmasters are in line to do that same wonderful thing, meaning we're going to take on a challenge that we're not comfortable with. We're not sure we're even quite ready, but we practiced. We've got a supportive audience, and we're going to get up and do it. And magic things happen when you do a performance. 2 things especially. Your fear gets turned into joy, and your doubt gets turned into confidence. So these are the 3 elements that I want you to keep in mind wherever you are on this arc. Where's your energy coming from? What are your possibilities? And, and what are your opportunities to perform? And you can think of these parts as the fingers you need to open a lock. They can hold the key to this lock. And I don't know if you need to evacuate or just pounce on that thing. Oh, I knew it'd be the man with the green ball. Never trust him. So, hold on a second, please. I have given this speech before, not here. And I've been told we love that speech, it's a cute story, and some veteran Toastmasters have said, well, Roy really doesn't have much emotional punch, you don't connect with the emotion. So I wanted to share a little segment at the end of the speech about how I know what I just said is true. And I know it's true because, you know, I haven't been always this happy. I have been less happy. And I have been feeling like on the ark, parts of me have just died. Things that you may have and you know about in your own life of wonderful, exciting things or special things that you thought you would do or accomplish, or people you would meet, skills you would have, and you might feel at times that they're gone, they're dead. And I'm here to tell you that they're not dead, they're not gone, because I started reaching out to other people, and I started finding new friends, and I started getting energized, and I started hearing possibilities come out of my mouth that I didn't know were there. And because I was with those kinds of friends, they said, wow, that sounds interesting, tell me more. Or they'd say, I'm so interested in that too, let's meet about that. And so I started actually reaching out and doing things and getting involved in groups. And life is a hell of a lot better. So that's my advice to you, is to use those keys on your arc, find your energy, find your possibilities, get out and perform. Thank you so much.